from the fridge to the fridge. And
That's good
okay, so
transition. That's
you
good.
you guys are making okay, so you guys are making the big changes over at Hockey Night in Canada, and
Yeah.
Tara Sloan is having you on. I think at the time she's working out in Calgary, I believe, maybe to talk about the
Yeah.
changes. Let's watch that, shall we? Vic?
They're calling this a dream team, but this
Yeah.
actually was a dream of yours when you and George worked together
Yep.
20 years ago. Tell us about that.
Yeah, at the Fan 590. Funny you call it a dream team. I'm sitting on the stage yesterday, and there's Strombo to my right and Ron and Don to my left, and I'm thinking to myself, I must be in a dream. Otherwise, I should be like serving drinks to these guys or bringing around hors d'oeuvres or something like that. What am I doing here? But yeah, Tara, we started in radio together 20 years ago at the Fan 590 in Toronto, sports radio station.
Wow, look at that shot.
George, for many that don't know, has a really strong sports, specifically hockey background, and we were like the low men on the totem pole. Okay, we're in the promotions department. You know, the guys that are out on the street handing out promotional items and tickets and essentially trying to psychologically lure people into listening to the radio station. That was me and George. I was an overnight call screener. George was an overnight board operator. And we used to sit in the producer's room, Tara, and say to ourselves, wouldn't it be great to work in hockey together one day? Wouldn't it be great to work in, I don't know, Hockey Night in Canada together one day? So for everyone who's in college radio right now or studying to be a broadcast journalist, it can be done. It just kind of takes a while to get there.
Wow.
Or taking a break from your master's
Wow.
degree, trying to be a college professor or anything like that. If you're doing any of those things, remember this
When
could happen to you.
when did I get so old? That wasn't that long ago. Man, does this industry
Yeah,
ever age? Does this industry ever
yeah.
age? But yeah, I remember that day. Like I was like, I don't belong here. Like we're on the stage of that introduction, and there's Ron McLean and Don Cherry and George and me and Darren Millard, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, how did I end up in this spot? And still, like you go back, like Ron and I are the only two that are still there from that entire group. Darren's doing very well with the Vegas Golden Knights. The Don Cherry story has been well told and documented and discussed. And George is working for Apple and Apple Music now. So it's interesting how quick things change. Like this. Like the one lesson I think through all of this, if you follow anyone's career, you know, sports media specifically exists at two speeds: super slow and super fast. Like there's no in between, right, Joe? Like, am I on the mark about this? Like,
Hmm.
is this your
Hmm.
history as well? Like, things go super fast or completely slow, and I think that that's why you have to be able to adapt quickly when things happen, and you have to be able, I really think, Joe, like, to endure long stretches where there's just like petty frustration after petty frustration after petty frustration, where nothing seems to be changing. But then when it does, it's sudden and it's lightning quick.